If I could sit down with my younger self and give him advice, I guess the first thing I would say to him is don't be afraid. You're gonna be okay. But in order for you to be okay, you're gonna have to keep learning. You're gonna have to believe in yourself, and you must learn how to help others. Because those abilities are the only real metrics to success in life. I never had a father. I had to figure out fatherhood on my own. But as I look at the direction my life is taking, I'm proud of where I am, and I'm proud of where I'm going. And the advice I'd give my younger self is the same exact advice I'm going to give to you. And if you simply show up, build good habits, and take that advice, eventually, it all starts to click. Most people want to be happier. Most people want to make more money. Everybody wants to reduce their stress levels and have more fun in their lives, because if the journey is the destination, then fun must be the outcome. If you're watching this today, the lessons I want you to take away go beyond reselling or whatever money-making venture you find me on, and should be applied to your lifestyle, not just your profession. And I promise you this, once you begin to realize that there's more to life than paying bills or scraping by, life becomes so much easier to live. It's easier to get out of bed in the morning. The sun shines a little brighter. Your relationships improve. You start to appreciate the little things more often, and things have a habit of falling into place just as they were meant to. So make this promise to yourself as 2021 approaches. Don't take advice from people who have never been where you're going, and eliminate fear. Fear doesn't serve you, and neither do they. And never stop learning. The internet has given us an unimaginable advantage that previous generations never had. You can learn a new skill overnight if you're willing to, and you can learn it for free. And you have to believe in yourself. You've gotten this far, you're winning, so keep going. It's never too late to become what you might have been. Be the change you wish to see in you, but believe you can do it, because if I can do it, you can too, and I'm bringing you along for the ride. So let's continue to build the future you know you deserve with the people you love, and when you do that, you cannot fail. All right, so I hope that motivates you to get into 2021, hit the ground running for sure. So I appreciate you watching that. And yeah, you know, I calculated my net sales, not my gross sales, but my net sales, not including today and yesterday. I did that this morning, and I'm just over $101,000 in net sales for the year. So I'm pretty proud of that. And I want to inspire you, because I'm a one-man show. So it is definitely possible, you know, with the right mindset, good habits, all of the things I talked about in the intro. So, you know, if I had to give you advice moving into 2021, I guess one of the first things that I would say is try to diversify. So eBay is like an everything store, just like Amazon is. And unless you have specialized knowledge in a niche that you can kind of corner, it really doesn't make sense to niche down in a place like eBay, where there's so many vast categories. It makes a lot more sense to kind of spread yourself out. That's what I try to do in my business, and you folks that have been watching for the full year now have seen, you know, a lot of categories, not just one or two. And the problem with starting an eBay business in 2021 is there's going to be a lot of them coming in January. That's always how that happens. Most will fizzle out. And I think the reason they're going to fizzle out is because they're going to start in categories that they're comfortable with, which will be clothing and shoes. Shoes are always a good seller if you know what you're doing. Clothing, though, there's just so much of it. And I'm not saying that you can't make excellent money in clothing. But this is more of like a ready, shoot, aim type of advice, where if you're gonna get into an eBay business or grow it or expand it, it makes much more sense to learn about hard goods or learn other categories and get good at them quicker, rather than ease yourself into a category like clothing, because that's what everybody does. So you have to try to avoid that if you really want to maximize your success in 2021. So for me, I'm going to just continue to do what I'm doing, spend a little bit more money on cost of goods. I want to grow the eBay experiment by, I want to say 20 to 25% for next year. And the reason I call it an eBay experiment is because I'm really not running a business. It's backwards. The business runs me. So I'm not scaling it because I don't have any employees. And if you remove me from the business, it can't run. Revenue would go to zero, okay? And that's not really how running a business is supposed to go. So it's a very hands-on thing for me that I do enjoy. It provides me, more time with my family and all of the luxuries that comes with doing this on your own. But I'm not running an eBay business, it's running me. You're not running an eBay business unless you can completely remove yourself from it and the thing still runs like a well-oiled machine. So keep that in mind. It's really not a business when you look at it from that vantage point. The next bit of advice really is you got to believe in yourself. Every single one of you has like a certain unique skill that you can apply to a reselling business. And listen, all of us can become experts with the eBay app and researching solds. I spend a huge amount of time in the advanced search category, which is why I do the Money Monday videos and the T-shirt Tuesday. I'm always looking for things and patterns and trying to figure out what I missed in a store. And a lot of times it comes up when I'm doing that research. And so for me, it made sense to maximize the use of that time by doing videos for you. Because let me tell you, I made zero money on YouTube this year. And I'm okay with that because, I'm committed. So that is what that is. And, if money comes from YouTube for me in the future, that's great. But I knew going in that that's how that was going to go. But so for me to maximize my time in that category, it just made sense to do those videos. So I'm trying to expand that as well. The next piece of advice, critical advice that I could give you, even if you're new, you're experienced, whatever, is you really have to stop taking advice from people that have never been where you're going. You saw me talk about that in the motivational piece in the beginning. Listen, I love my mom. I adore my mother, but I don't take her business advice. She's never run a business, okay? And that doesn't mean that she's not going to give me that advice for sure, because I get that advice. I just don't take it because she's never run a business. So I love you, Mom, by the way. Happy New Year. You have to do the same. Where I see it a lot is in comments in large Facebook groups. There's just some egregious advice. It's flat out wrong, flat out bad. And nobody wants to be the guy that's like, oh, dude, what are you talking about? No one wants to ruffle those feathers. And I'm sure some people get called out on it for sure. It's just not I feel like that's my place. But you really have to avoid the comment section in Facebook groups. And sometimes even on YouTube, you'll see a bit of bad advice for sure. Stay away from that. Get away from those crowds, right? Don't follow the large crowd mentality because it's often wrong. So you may even be hearing me, I'm over here talking about raising your prices and here's how you do it and here's how I do it. And you get a lot of other people saying, you have to really lower your prices if you're going to make sales. And so you'll see maybe a lot of advice that conflicts in that nature. It doesn't make their advice necessarily wrong, but there is plenty of absolutely trash, terrible advice coming out of Facebook groups. So please avoid all of that. And really the last thing is you got to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Like I said, everyone's got a skill. They can make this work. The app neutralizes it. It gives everybody a shot. So just develop those good habits. And the rest is history. Continue to watch people that you feel like you're learning from. But again, watching Bolo videos is not going to turn your business into a massive success overnight. Sure, you'll learn a few things, but it really takes more than that. So while we're happy to provide you with equal parts entertainment value and lessons to be learned, there's way more to growing an eBay business, eBay experiment than watching Bolo videos. So just keep that in mind. As for me, what am I going to do? I'm going to try to grow the eBay business in 2021, about 20 to 25%. I'm going to develop the Dad Planet website. So I'm going to offer some wholesale lots to eBay resellers because I like being in store. And I think that would be a fun way for me to drive additional revenue, to just make it easier on you if you're having slow sourcing days, weeks, months, or if you simply just want to be lazy and have something shipped to your door. I think that's fair also. So we will see. We'll ease into that, and I'll get the website developed shortly, and I'll be the one doing the developing because it takes me 10 seconds to get a website up and running. So I'm going to work on that. We're going to work on the production value of the YouTube videos for sure, because some of it's kind of raw, and you know, again, me doing this and learning this all on the fly for the first time, taking a little bit longer of a time for me to get comfortable with like the editing process and rendering and all those things. But you saw that intro. That's a good indication of things to come if I focus on it and dedicate more time to it in the future. So grow YouTube, grow eBay, get into wholesale a little bit, and then just keep having fun, because that's got to be the outcome. So at any rate, I hope all of you, in what has been the strangest year on planet Earth, have a very happy, healthy, safe new year, and let's hit the ground running in 2021. So if you are subscribed, I thank you very, very much for being a subscriber. If you're not subscribed, if you would please, that would really, really help me out. And leave a like if you like what you saw, for sure. But that's all I've got for you. That's it. I'm gonna take a day or two off, and then we're gonna smash 2021. So thanks for following along with me in this journey. I really appreciate it. It's Brendan here, Dad Planet, signing off. I will see you next year.